here from Live and Let's Dice. Today I'm going to be showing you how to paint your Space Marines from Indomitus.
The hell you are!
Huh?
Lawson here from Live and Let's Dice. I'll be showing you how to paint your Space Marines from Indomitus. You alright there, buddy? Ooh, you might want to call an ambulance. Let's get painting.
Start off by undercoating your model with a gunmetal metallic, or in this case lead belcher. I used it through an airbrush because I'm both fancy and lazy, and then wash the whole thing with non-oil gloss. Okay, then I blocked in stuff like the chest plate, the rims of the pauldrons, gun holsters, pouches and joints in the armour with Vallejo Game Colour Black and a couple of drops of Liquitex Black ink mixed in, just to make sure that it had the best coverage so I'm not having to go back and forth, but a couple of coats will sort you right out. On to the yellow. How I hate it, but not so much anymore because I found that Avalon Sunset and a smidge of patience makes it all come together like a dream. Plus there's only like 4 places you need to paint yellow on, so stop your whining, you're the one who picked Silver Templars. So this is the point where we go a bit off script, he says, reading from a script. We're going to paint the robes a nice royal blue, because they might be Silver Templars, but they're also very fancy, so blue dresses for my guys. This is a nice time to put a little bit of individuality into your models, because the Blade Guard veterans specifically, they're not something that's really covered by any source material at the moment, so you just pick and choose whatever kind of robe colours and company markings you want, because these guys are brand new in the Indomitus Crusade, so narratively speaking. Then it's a quick coat of a light grey to base coat the helmet, because this Snazmaster is a veteran and veterans get special treatment. And make sure, like the yellow, you build up the colour over time, you know, a couple of thin layers and really make a strong base coat. And also make sure that you get the parchment on the purity seals as well, because there's nothing more annoying than having to go back and redo them again later. So I painted the company markings up in a rich purple to denote that these Blade Guards are a little bit separate from the rest of my regular 3rd Company Marines, which I tend to use a red for the company markings on. But whatever the narrative that you have with your Silver Templars, go with that. Next, carefully apply pink to the wax seals on all the purity seals around the armour. I think there's only one on this model, but always keep a lookout because they like to hide. Now you might want to brace your hands against your painting table, because you're going to do a fine line of dark green to pick out the eye lenses on the helmet. Now, using a gold metallic, in this case Retributor armor, I picked out things like the sword hilt, the skulls on the forearms, and the shield cross, just to make everything pop a little bit out from the model. Also, at this point, you'll want to change your water, because you don't want to get metallic flakes in the subsequent steps while you're painting your blade guard. So now it was time to wash the miniature, which is a lovely part of miniature painting for me personally. So the gold I washed with Reikland Flesh Shade, which is a nice sort of a pinky, well, it's a flesh shade. And then doing the yellow with a brown wash, doing the whole chest, and then spending a bit more time to patiently line wash the recesses of the shoulder pads, just so the yellow was still showing through, but the darker areas were now defined more. And then I did the same thing with the helmet, only this time with Nuln Oil or any black wash, taking care not to overspill too much onto the grey, but you can always just go back over and neaten up anything that you've messed up, and pretty much just a Nuln Oil wash over everything else that I hadn't already covered in Agrax or Reikland, so robes, parchment, gun casings, things like that. Now, in what can arguably be the most tedious step of painting the model, but also the most rewarding, is going over all the black on the model, so shoulder pads, gun casings, the trim on the shield, with a dark, sort of a dark mid-tone grey. Like I said, it'll take a while to edge highlight all those areas, but it's really worth it because it will really bring some definition and some pop to the entire miniature, and that's what we want, people. We want it to pop. Then I used a bone colour to quickly highlight the Aquila on the chest. I always find that the Aquila is the centre point of any Space Marine model, so it's nice to take a little bit of time to make sure that it's done right. Then it's a quick dab of light green in the corner of the eye lenses just to make them stand out. And finally, taking a bright white, carefully edge highlight all the sharpest details on the helmet, making sure to take care as always, but once again, if you make any mistakes, you can just go back over with your light grey and your line wash of Nuln Oil. Remember to base your mini in the same scheme that you have the rest of your army, and that's you sorted.
Let me know in the comments what you guys are working on, or what you guys would like to see me paint up next. If you need any help, you can always find us over on our Discord. You can find myself over on Twitter at GDLawman, or over on Instagram if you want to oogle some more pictures of painted miniatures at Murderoom Miniatures. As always, thank you very much for watching. Give it a like, share it to your nan, subscribe, and as always, live and let's dice. That's weird. Mikey been on Wish again?